Hi friends, in this video we are going to calculate some calculations for starter. Let's take a 3-point starter here. For example, this is the field winding of my 3-point starter and this is armature winding of my 3-point starter which are connected in parallel. Armature resistance and back EMFs are like this. Are you okay? Now this is connected to a supply. For example, here my supply. Of course, here we have a one arc that is directly connected to the field winding. Here we have a arc and this is connected to a, what is that, spindle. This supply is connected to a spindle. We know that this spindle is connected to a extra resistance. We know that, like this. Are you okay? For example, this is stud 1, this is stud 2, this is stud 3 and this is stud 4. When it is connected to stud 1, the total resistance is called R1. When it is connected to stud 2, the total resistance is called R2. When it is connected to stud 3, the total resistance is called R3. When it is connected to stud 4, can you tell me what is the total resistance? Yeah, R4. R4 nothing but in this case, R4 is nothing but armature resistance Ra. We have only resistance Ra, right? So this is similarly the 3-point starter. At initial case, nothing but at stud 1, the current, for example, I1, what is I1? The total voltage V by R1. This is the I1. At initial case, EB is equals to 0 and speed is equals to 0 initial case. But when it is connected to stud 1, the current is flowing to the armature, then EB increases. Then what happens? Speed also increases. Then what happened? When EB increases, the current decreases. When EB increases, current decreases. Nothing but I2 is equals to V minus EB by R1. When EB increases, V minus, that's why current decreases. This is a stud 1. When it is connected to stud 2, see here, when it is connected to stud 2, actually the current is I2 is equals to V minus EB1 by R2. Actually here when it is connected to stud 2, resistance increases or decreases. See, resistance decreases. When the resistance decreases, current increases. This is not I2, this is I1. Again reaches to I1 maximum current because resistance decreases, that's why. So I1 is equals to V minus EB1 by R2. At this condition, again current flows through armature, that's why again EB increases. Again EB increases. When EB increases, speed increases. When speed increases, the current reduces. Then the reduced current is I2. I2 is equals to V minus EB2 by R2. When it is connected to stud 2, resistance reduces, that's why current increased. But after some time, EB increases, speed increases, current reduces to I2. This is for stud 2. Next one, stud 3. What happened for stud 3 here? At this condition, the current is, when it is connected to stud 2, the spindle is connected to R3. when it is connected to R3, resistance reduces and current increases. Current increases from I2 to again I1. What is I1? V minus EB2 by R3. Because of R3, R reduces, current increases. This is clear, stud 3. But when it is connected to stud 3, again EB increases, again speed increases, and current reduces. That reduced current is again I2. Can you tell me what is I2 now? V minus EB3 by R3. This is when connected to stud 3. Now, when connected to stud 4, finally, stud 4. Again, resistance reduces from where to where? R3 to RA. R3 to RA, resistance reduces. When the resistance reduces, current increases. Actually, R3 at stud 3, now RA, stud 4. So, resistance reduces, current increases to maximum. This is the maximum current, I1. I1 is equals to V minus EB3 upon RA. Up to now EB3 only. Just I connected to stud 4. When it is connected to stud 4, we know that EB increases again. Why? Again speed increases. Then after the current reduces. When EB increases, current reduces to I2. I2 is equals to V minus EB4 by RA. This is the process in our starters of DC motor, like this going on. Let's take I1 by I2 is equals to, can you tell me what is I1 by I2? Let's see here, I1 by I2, this is I2 and this is I1, nothing but, for example, this is equation 1, this is equation 2, this is equation 3, I1 by I2, nothing but from the equation 2 and equation 3, from the equation 2 and equation 3, I1 by I2 is nothing but V minus EB1 by R2 upon, this is I1, what is I2? V minus EB1 by R1. Of course, these two gets cancelled out. So the answer is R1 by R2. From the equation 2 and 3, I1 by I2 is equals to R1 by R2. From the equation I1 by I3, next one, see here, this is I2, equation 4 is I2, and equation 5 is I1. Again take I1 by I2. What is I1 by I2? Can you tell me? Let's see from the equation 4 and 5. From the 4 and 5, I1 by I2 is equals to, what is I1 here? I1 is equals to V minus EB2 by R3 upon V minus EB2 by R2. Yes or no? I2 is nothing but R2. What happened? These two gets cancelled out. Then the answer is R2 by R3. Is it okay or not? Next one. Now this is I2 and this is I1. Equation 5, equation 6 and equation 7. From the equation 6 and 7, is it okay? From the equation 6 and 7, what is I1 by I2? I1 by I2 is equals to, equation 6 is V minus EB3 upon R3 by equation 7, V minus EB3 by RA. What happened? V minus EB3 gets cancelled. So I1 by I2 is equals to RA by, what is I1 here? I1 is equals to RA. What is I2 here? I2 is equals to R3. So what is I1 by I2 here? R3 by RA. So finally, what we got from these equations, just only for this equation I calculated all these things. I1 by I2 is equals to, what is the one? R1 by R2. Next one, R2 by R3. Next one, R3 by RA. For example, fifth state is there. R3 by R4, R4 by RA. Or R4 by R5, R5 by RA. Like that. Like that. We have, for example, this is some constant K. I am taking as a some constant K is this one. From this we have to make some calculations here. Let's see what we are going to do. I am removing this. Now this completed. We know that what is here? Here only one is I1 is equals to V by R1. This is important. And after that, what is there? Let's see here. Let's see here. We know that I1 by I2 is equals to, what is R3 by RA, that is equals to K. Okay. Can you tell me what is R3 from this equation? R3 is equals to K into RA. Is it okay? What is R2 by R3? R2 by R3 is also K. What is R2? R2 is equals to K into R3. What is K into R3? R3 is equals to K into RA. So what is R2? K square into RA. Is it okay? Next one. R1 by R2 is equals to K. What is R1 from this? K times of R2. What is K here? K is the K. What is R2 here? K square times of RA. So finally, what is R1? R1 is equals to K cube of RA. This is important. R1 is equals to, how many studs are there? Number of studs. N nothing but number of studs. How many studs are there in my question? We have a 4 studs. For 4 studs, R1 is equals to K3. Nothing but 4 minus 1 of RA. For n number of studs, what is R1? For n number of studs, R1 is equals to K whole power n minus 1 of RA. This is the very important question here. This is important for competitive examination. Let's see. What is a K from this? K power n minus 1 is equals to RA by R1. Are you okay? What is, apply the log on both sides. Apply the log on both sides. Logarithm. Log of K power n minus 1 is equals to log of RA by R1. From this, what is n minus 1? N minus 1 log K. Yes or no? N minus 1 log K is equals to log of RA upon R1. Just leave them. So, n minus 1 is equals to, n minus 1 is equals to log of RA by R1 upon log K. Log A by log B. Log A minus B. You can write like that also. From this, finally I want n. N is equals to 1 plus log of RA by R1 by log K. RA by, what is R1, sir? What is R1? R1 is equals to V by I1. R1 is equal to V by I1. R1 is equals to V by I1 maximum or minimum. I1 is the maximum, I2 is the minimum. So V by R1, R1 is nothing but like this. So this is finally equation you have to remember if possible. N is equals to 1 plus log of RA I max by V by log K. Of course, log A by log B can be written as log A minus B. So, no need to like that. You have to remember this one. N is equals to 1 plus log of RA I max by V by log K. This is the number of studs required to find. If you know the number of studs, then you can find what is the value of all those values. So, how many number of studs we require? You have to use this formula. And from this, if you know number of turns, you can find I max. Because RA by R1 nothing but V by I max is equals to, from this one, what we can written as RA by V and I max is equals to K power N minus 1. Is it okay? Is it okay? Right? So from this, I max is equals to K power N minus 1 upon V by V is nothing but here RA by V, like this. You can make it I maximum. If you know I maximum, we can find N. Like that you have to make, for this is important for options, they will give you in options. Like that, this is the calculation of starters in our DC motors. Is it okay? Are you okay or not? Thank you.